What's good, everyone? It is GlitchXCity here, and today this is gonna be my last recording of the freaking night. But I got our PBL, not IPA, PBL Week 7 match against Titos and the Lucky Landos. I almost forgot his name, but yeah, we got Titos and the Lucky Landos. I have no idea what the record is, nor do I want to look it up. But his team is ginormously threatening, and it's just insane. Like, to me, this is kind of like Mega Metagross. But first up, he has a Mega Mawile. Like, why? Like, this thing, I'm pretty sure this thing was banned in OU, like, before Gen 7 came out. But as of this week, we are 4-2. I don't know our differential, but if we win this, we'll be 5-2, and we'll be in a pretty good position for playoffs. But yeah, that's my main goal. I don't care if I get, like, the 8th seed. As long as I make playoffs, I don't give a crap. But we got Titos. We're going to go through his team real quick, go through the preview, build, and we'll get heads in the battle. We got Mega Mawile with that huge power ability. And yeah, this thing is just incredibly threatening with Player Off, Iron Head, Sucker Punch, Swords Dance, like, you name it. Fire Fang, Ice Fang, like, this thing is just crazy. He has Nihilego, pretty fast, over a base 100 speed, and the Ultra Beast. It's a Rock and Poison type. Pretty high speed def, but its Fizz def is, like, trash. Next up, we got Rotom Wash. Kind of a one-sided. Rotom Wash is kind of like, you know sometimes what it's gonna bring, but like Rotom Wash is just really good at what it does. Levitator user, electric water type. One of his Volt Switchers, along with Galvantula. He's got Latias, one of the threatening mons that he could bring against me. Could drop Dracos for days. It could be defensive with Roost and Toxic, or possibly even Healing Wish. We got Galvantula. Kind of expecting Scarf on Galvantula, not gonna lie, because I have some pretty fast mons, but a lot of my fast mons are like above the air. I guess if he wants to slow down Mienshao, Greninja, Jirachi, and Kyurem, I can see that. He's got Necrozma. Necrozma is just a weird Pokemon. It's just one of those weird Pokemon that you just don't know what it's gonna bring. It could be like defensive with rocks. It could be offensive with like Trick Room. It could be offensive with Stored Power. It could be offensive with it could be Fizz Def with Calm Mind or Cosmic Power. I don't even know if it gets it. But other than that, Necrozma is just weird. Next up, we got the GOAT, Cobalion. My friend's gonna appreciate this one. We got Cobalion, very fast. Probably my favorite of the trio. Steel Fighting type, gets Volt Switch. Oh yeah, I forgot this thing gets Volt Switch. But yeah, it's one of his other rock users. So he has, like, at this point, looking at it overall, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ways to get up hazards. 6 of them being rocks, 1 being webs, and the other one being spikes. And next up, he got Infernape. What the heck? Yeah, we got Infernape. Infernape is very threatening, and I didn't really prep much for Infernape. I kind of did, but like I don't really have a switch into it. I hope he doesn't bring it, considering that I have a Greninja, a Talonflame, and a Blastoise, and a Gardevoir that could be Scarf. So maybe he won't bring Infernape, and if he doesn't, that's just best case scenario for me. If he does, then that's just a little more challenging for the match. He got Galiciapod with that nice first impression in that emergency exit. With that water bug typing. I don't know, Galiciapod's weird. Next up, he got Smeargle, which can learn any move. Well, almost any move. Can be Sash. Can be Sash with Spores. Sash, it could have Sticky Webs if he doesn't want to bring Galvantula. It could have Rocks. It could have Spikes. Spores annoying. Next up, he got Nidoqueen, one of his other rock users. Could also set up Toxic Spikes, which I forgot about. Modest Sheer Force Life Orb hits like a truck. Not gonna mess with that. And last but not least, he has Exploud. The set that I would be most afraid of with Exploud would have to be like Specs Boomburst, which I really don't have a switch in at all on my team. And if he predicts one of my steel types and clicks Fire Blast, then just GG, man. That's just great. But other than that, we're gonna go right into the team builder. If I know where to click. Yeah, we got scene 2. We're gonna go right into the team builder. And hopefully this loads, please. Thank you. Cool. So we got Steelix. Golden State Warriors. I'm not a bandwagon. This is not bandwagon. Don't comment down below because of that. But we got GSW, the Mega Steelix, with the Sturdy, Earthquake, Toxic, Heavy Slam, Stealth Rock. Kind of a similar set that I've been running like almost every week. But we got Max HP, 196 in Spadef and 60 in defense with an impish nature. And yeah, this is our rock user. We got Earthquake and Heavy Slam for main stab. It is also walls Mega Mawile if it's not set up. If it's set up already and it has Fire Fang, then I possibly die. Fire Fang alone, if he's max attack adamant, does like 35%, and I need like a new song because like I've listened to this numerous times today. Yeah, that's a better song. So yeah, we got Toxic. Toxic is there for the predictions of Latias or even Rotom Wash. Kind of mainly for Rotom Wash, possibly Necrozma if he sets up. But yeah, that's our Mega Steelix right there. Not really much to say. I'm gonna skip the Sand Slash because you know, this is like my favorite set. So we're gonna skip over, go to Sakura the Mienshao. This is a name suggestion because apparently, I guess Mulan's not cut out for the game. But we got Choice Scarf Reckless. Bring in Reckless this time instead of Regenerator. We got a high jump kick, U-turn, Sleep Talk, and Drain Punch. Basically almost max speed, and we have max attack, and we have 4 left over for some reason. But we got high jump kick for main stab, U-turn for initiative, and we have Drain Punch in case Drain Punch kills something and I don't have to risk a miss with high jump kick. Possibly get some HP back as well. And Sleep Talk is there on the off chance he has Spore on Smeargle. Then I can, once he bring in Smeargle, I can just straight up switch into Mienshao. If you click Spore, I click Sleep Talk, and that Smeargle ain't taking a hit. Either I go for U-turn, I don't kick or Drain Punch. That thing's dying. But next up we got Chia or Shaman. Since Mega Steelix puts in so much work this game, he has to bring Rotom Wash. So this is definitely my counter to it, as Shaman kind of hardcore walls the Rotom Wash pretty nicely, especially with the Assault Vest. We are modest max special attack, max HP with Giga Drain, Earth Power, Sea Flare, Dazzling Gleam to hit the Latias, and I think it's just the Latias because I get walled by it, and also Earth Power for the Nihilego, the Mawile, the Infernape, the Cobalion, and also the Nidoqueen. So not much to say about this. Kind of does a lot of work on its own. But next up, we have Cloud or Thundurus, shiny this time, and we have the Darkium Z, which I brought like maybe at least this probably like our second or third time, second at least, with Volt Switch, Psychic, Thunder, Dark Pulse, and T-Wave. So against Necrozma, I realized that Necrozma could be a problem, so I want something to like nuke it. So I had Darkium Z with Dark Pulse. If he's max HP, I don't kill, and even if he's not max HP, I think if he's not max HP, I should be able to kill it. But if he is, then I'm not gonna kill it. But I just want some way to just nuke it and just kind of get out of the way. Volt Switch, because I don't really think I need Thunderbolt. I think I'm going to click Volt Switch for the most part, so I don't think Thunderbolt's not that much needed. Psychic for stuff like Nidoqueen and Nihilego. I was thinking of bringing Psychium Z, but I think Darkium Z would better suit. And we have T-Wave. T-Wave just in case something like Scarfed Latias or Scarfed Infernape, Scarfed Cobalion, or Scarfed Rotom, not Scarfed Rotom, Scarfed Exploud, which could be a problem. So yeah, that's why we have T-Wave. And that's our Cloud set right here. Next up, we got Type Dull holding the Eviolite. This is our Spadef wall. Max HP, max Spadef with a relaxed nature. Facade Pursuit, U-turn, and HP Fire. HP Fire, so if he brings in the Mega Mawile, I do like 35% with HP Fire, and he shouldn't be... This is basically to make sure that the Mega Mawile doesn't set up a free substitute on me, because if I put Flame Charge on Type Null, I'm not going to break the sub. And HP Fire just does more because Mega Mawile Spadef is lower than its Fizz Def. We got Facade in case the Rotom burns me. Pursuit to take care of stuff like Latias, and we have U-turn for initiative. So yeah, kind of similar set we've been bringing every week, but it does really well at its job, and I'm so happy I picked this up. And the mod that we skipped out on, we got Sahara the Sand Slash. We're running Choice Scarf Sand Slash with Earthquake, Rapid Spin, Knockoff, and Rollout. Alright, so let me talk about the set really quick. For one, Scarf Sand Slash puts in a lot of work this game. If I can get rid of Latias and Rotom Heat, I kill everything. Well, I do a lot of damage to everything with Earthquake. I kill Mega Mawile with Earthquake. I kill Nihilego. I do like at least around 70% with Galvantula. I do decent damage to Necrozma if I can get it low enough. I do a lot to Cobalion. I kill Infernape. I kill Nidoqueen maybe. I kill Smeargle. I kill Exploud. Not kill Exploud, but I do a lot to Exploud. And then for Galiciopod, I have Rollout. So say I have Sand Slash. Basically, to me, if I want to sweep with Rollout, I have to get rid of his Rock Resist, being the Cobalion and the Mega Mawile. If I can get rid of those, I can possibly sweep with Rollout. roll out to their full Galvantula. If it's low enough, he possibly won't expect Scarf. I can roll out and then get that 30 base power out the way, and then just keep roll outing until I could possibly sweep and hopefully not miss. So we have enough speed to outspeed Latias, being his fastest mon, rest in attack and HP. And this is also our way to get rid of webs and hazards if he does bring it. I could bring Sand Slash on Kabayan and possibly get a Rapid Spin off if he's fearing the Earthquake. But yep, that is our team. I really like this team, especially the Sand Slash. I hope he puts in work. But other than that, we're going to go right into the battle. You guys know our squad. And we're going to go right into scene 3. And here, as you can see, he brings both of his levitate users, so that's unfortunate for us. But he brings the Latias, Rotom Wash, Nihilego, Galvantula, Necrozma, and Mega Mawile. Let me catch a breather. I need to catch a breather because I've been talking all day and my ears hurt. Let's just listen to this hype song real quick. Okay, I think I can breathe. But let's check this out. In terms of leads, I'm pretty sure I lead Thundurus, because I think if I lead Thundurus, I outspeed his whole team with Thundurus, and I can just Volt Switch on everything. And if anything outspeeds me, then I just know it's Scarf, so nothing can really OHKO me, even in a Necrozma with Stun Edge. So here I'm just going to lead with my Thundurus. I'm going to hit play. And he leads it in the Necrozma. So at the time, I didn't know this thing got Stealth Rocks. Well, I did, but it didn't go through my mind at this point. So literally this turn, I could have just clicked Dark EMZ, but I knew Dark EMZ wouldn't kill. So I think the best play right now would have been for me to click Volt Switch. And maybe if he switched out, fearing a Dark type move. So I click Volt Switch, and a Dark EMZ should kill later on when I come in. I go into my type Null, and he gets up his rocks, which I totally forgot about. He goes for Psychic. We eat that up. And I kind of expected him to switch. That turn, and I clicked Pursuit this turn. But that was kind of a misplay. But here he goes for Psychic. He gets a Spadef drop, which sucks, and he has Life Orb damage. So he's a Life Orb. So he's Life Orb with rocks, which is really interesting. But here, I go for Pursuit. I do like nothing, and to prevent any more damage on my type Null, I'm gonna go into my Steelix. Since unless this thing has like HP fighting, this thing shouldn't be able to touch me. Yeah, we eat that up. So he switches out, goes into Rotom. And I'm just going to Mega Evolve, get out my rocks, as he has no way to get rid of them other than Latias. And he would have to get rid of his own rocks if he wants to get rid of the ones on his side of the field. So I go on my Shaman, my dedicated answer to this. He goes for Will-O-Wisp. We have Natural Cure, so this doesn't really matter as much. And here, he switches out. And predicting the Latias to come in, I actually go for Dazzling Gleam. But no, unfortunately, he goes to Nihilego. And honestly, I think this was the best play. I honestly think that Dazzling Gleam was the best play because I honestly thought the Latias was going to switch in. And if even though he went to Nihilego and I did nothing with Dazzling Gleam, if I clicked Earth Power and this Nihilego had Air Balloon, then that would have been a problem. So clicking Dazzling Gleam was actually a nice play, or the best play in my opinion, in case he had Air Balloon. He didn't, so I mean, you know, I didn't know that. He goes for Dazzling Gleam. He over predicts and clicks Dazzling Gleam, possibly predicting my Sand Slash or Mega Steelix to come in, I guess. But he doesn't click Sludge Wave. I could have took one anyway. We clicked Earth Power and we just get this Nihilego out of here, which is great for us. We got one huge threat out the wazoo. And here he goes in his Galvantula. And even though I'm a Soul Vest, I don't think I could take a Bug Buzz. And I still need this thing to take care of Rotom. So I'm actually going to go into my type Null to kind of sack it. Not really sack it, but find out what his spread is. So here we take rocks damage, unfortunate. He goes for Bug Buzz, and it does 28%. Now you're probably thinking like, oh, that doesn't sound like a much. But when I calced it, this thing is actually Specs Galvantula. This is a Specs Galvantula, which is pretty crazy. So that means he's not gonna set up rocks. Let's see. So that means he doesn't have rocks, but I mean it's all good. But I'm just gonna. But here I actually predict. I need to take a breather. I actually predict him to switch, and I go for U-turn this turn. And I kind of wish I click HP Fire, because right now he goes into Mega Mile, and I would have gotten some decent damage on this thing. But here I click U-turn, so it's not that bad. I get the initiative. But here I'm gonna go to my counter being Mega Steelix. I take any hit from this thing, and I kill with Earthquake. So predicting him to switch, I'm gonna actually go for the Toxic. Either if you wanted to Rotom or Latias. He goes on Rotom, I click Toxic. And this thing is now on a timer, and this puts less pressure on the Shaman. But here I'm going on my Shaman. Oh no, I go into my type duel to sack it. He goes for Hydro Pump, and we live the hit. Like, what? Like, this thing doesn't want to die. It gets a little bit more toxic damage, I guess. I don't know. He goes for Volt Switch, in case I switched out, I guess. But he goes in the Necrozma, and he's at 29%. Alright, so at this point, I'm like, alright, I don't want to go into Thunderous, because I still need Thunderous. I want to make sure Thunderous gets at least amount of damage as possible from rocks. Shaman is not, I would assume Shaman's not faster than this thing. Sand Slash, I don't want to reveal I'm Scarfed. I want him to get a free switch into Latios or Rotom. And Mega Steelix, I don't want to get any more damage on that either. So, best play for me right now is that I go into Mienshao and I click U-turn. And here we click U-turn. You can see the animation. And I would have to get a complete, I should kill with U-turn. But based on the calc, if I get a min roll, I don't kill. But if I do, then this thing's out of here. I click U-turn. He lives on 1%. Like, why? Then the Necrozma lived on 1. This Mienshao, come on, Sakura. Sakura, you're better than this. Come on. If I got a little bit, 1% more, this thing would have been dead. But because of that unfortunate roll, I have to go into my Mega Steelix and take even more unnecessary damage. He clicks Psychic. I'm at 44%. He has Life Orb, so he's going to die to his own recoil. And now he brings in the Latios. And by the way he brought this in, it kind of tells me he had Surf. Because he can't kill me with HP Fire. He can't kill me with Draco or Psyshock. So this thing has to have Surf. So, looking at it, I could have switched into Mienshao. I could have switched into Thunderous or Shaman. I can also switch into Shaman. But I didn't want to go into Shaman and then catch a Draco afterwards. So it seemed pretty pointless to me. But looking at it, I was like, oh shoot, I'm going to die to a Surf. So maybe he won't have Surf. But, you know, here, I stay in. I click Heavy Slam. He goes for Surf. And he gets the min roll. Mienshao has been avenged. As we live on 1%. Mega Steelix coming in clutch. And this is why Golden State won the playoffs. I'm kidding. Don't hate on me, please. Don't hate on me, please. Brent, I can see you typing. Shut up. So here he goes for Surf. We live barely on 1. And we get to get a nice heavy slam on this Latios. Get 63%. And we're just going to sack Golden State to this Latios. He goes for Psyshock. So that confirms to me he's not even Scarfed. I'm going to go to my Mienshao, which is Scarfed. And at this point, I could have clicked U-turn, but it seemed pointless to me. At this point, I'm just gonna spam high jump kick. So here, he actually goes into his Galvantula to sack it. He's at 50%. This is a reckless high jump kick stab, and this is definitely gonna kill the Galvantula, and it does. This is a lot of lag, holy crap. But yeah, he goes into Rotom Wash, and based on my spread, if he has max HP, max defensive, bold, I shouldn't be able to kill with high jump kick. But at this point, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go for high jump kick. I go for high jump kick, and we kill. And I was so confused. I found out he told me afterwards that his match that his Rotom spread was like max HP, max defensive, bold, like I just said. But in the calc, I shouldn't have killed with high jump kick. I don't know what happened. Probably something didn't register in his team. I don't know. But here he goes in his Latias. I know this thing isn't Scarf, so as long as we land this, as we do, we are able to get this Latias up out of here. And all he has left is Mawile, and he gets the Intimidate. But I was like, I'm just gonna stay in. I'm just gonna click high jump kick. He Mega Evolves. Okay, I click high jump kick. We land it. We do 49%, and this boy whips out the Swords Dance. All right, so this is where it gets scary, because if I click high jump kick, I'm locked into high jump kick. I might as well just stay in. If I miss my high jump kick, and he clicks Sucker Punch, I can possibly lose this game. So let me plan this out for you in y'all's heads. So I go to me. So say I click high jump kick, I miss. I'm at 38%. He kills me with Sucker Punch, or he Sucker Punch goes off first, and then I'm down to under 50%. I miss. Mienshao goes down, and then at that point, I could possibly lose because he would Sucker Punch my Thunderous and he would Sucker Punch my Shaman. Both would have died, and the only thing that I could have relied on would have to be Sand Slash. Now you're probably wondering like, oh, Sand Slash is usually physically defensive, right? So you're fine. He wouldn't kill you with Sucker Punch. He would have killed you with Play Rough. But the thing is that with Sand Slash, with the rocks damage, Sucker Punch was actually a roll to kill me. It's a roll to kill me. He clicks Sucker Punch. We live barely. And we land it. We land the high jump kick, and this while is up about. And we win 4-0 against the lucky Landos. So that means we are 5-2. And we just won 4-0. So that's really great. GG to my man, Titos. Great game once more. That Mega Monwell had me scared because Shaman would have died, Thunderous would have died. If I missed high jump kick, I would have died. And if he sucker punched Sand Slash, then I probably would have died. I mean, the roll was on my favor to live. He probably thought he outsped with Monwell, and he probably would have clicked Play Rough anyway. And I'm Scarf, so I would have outsped. So, you know, I don't know what was going through his mind. I don't know if he would have clicked Play Rough or Sucker Punch, but thankfully enough for us, we land the high jump kick. We don't have to worry about anything. And GG once more. That is our match. I'm finally done with recording. My throat hurts. I need to get some water. But other than that, we are 5-2. Your Dark City Dapsels are pretty high on the rankings. Are a pretty decent spot for the position of playoffs. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. That is all of our battles for today. And I'll be coming you guys with our IPA Championship match against Brent, which will go up pretty soon after this is uploaded. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys later.